God, again. Did it again.
It's a good way to start the stream off.
Start
Just
off with a
yawning.
yawn.
That's a great idea.
Starting with
What's going on, friends? What? Wait, what? Oh, that was okay.
There's a delay.
Yep.
It's okay.
Don't tell the good people.
They saw it. Okay. Well, I'm Joe. That's Dustin. And we're doing platformers / side scrollers.
So before we talk about that, there's something I want to ask everybody, or talk to you about. Bathinmymilk.com.
Yeah.
I just saw this. I'm not sure if my friend messaged me a picture and then a link to bathinmymilk.com. And this is a real thing. If you look it up, this woman wants you to bathe in her milk.
Does it specify if it's like actual milk or
She
if it's
says
like
she says soy.
her
She says
milk?
soy, almond, or traditional. So I'm gonna guess
Oh,
she
so you
just
get to choose.
so she buys milk.
Is traditional like 1%?
So she I don't know.
Or
so
is it whole?
Does it? I guess it doesn't matter.
From your experience, what was it when you chose?
Well, when I was a baby, my mom dumps bottles, gallons of milk on me. But I don't know. But I think that it's very weird, to say the least.
Yes.
I'm confused.
The fact that that's a website's weird.
I'm more.
She have a
I'm a little curious to see.
She have a Craigslist ad?
I have no idea what it is, and I don't want to know. She wants you to contact her immediately if you want to do this. Her bathroom looks not good. It looks like her. So
Looks
the
like
pictures.
there's been a lot of milk.
So the pictures I saw, it looked like it was the beginning of a horror movie. And I
Or
was,
the end.
no,
Beginning?
it's the beginning.
Okay.
The big question I have is there's a rope on the ground, like a thick rope. I want to know if any of these people were ever seen again, because the rope is in the same spot in every episode or
Well, then
every
she never touched
picture.
it.
That how do you know?
Maybe it's for her.
I want to know if those people will ever walk the earth again, or if they're underground, if they're 6 feet underground.
Why do you want to bathe in milk?
I don't want to be. That's another question I
But,
have.
like,
I have 9 million other questions for this woman.
But it's not even like, why do you want to bathe in milk? It's like, if you did,
Yeah.
why would you go to somebody else's
Yeah.
place to do that?
Well, you get to use her sponge too, and she'll watch you, so it's.
That makes it weirder.
Oh yeah, I know it does. Absolutely.
Like, you,
but I'm
go,
saying.
you go from, oh
but I'm
yeah,
saying,
I'm
like-
going to bathe in milk
but
at
I'm-
my house to, I'm going to go to this creepy-ass old lady's, let her, like, give me a sponge bath.
I'm just trying to
or
be.
milk.
No, she doesn't touch. I don't think she touched you. I'm trying to be an advocate for the people that do this, because I don't want to leave them out. Maybe they have really good intentions. Maybe they have like a water allergy or something.
H2O and top.
I'm saying seriously though. I don't know. Maybe these people need that, and then this is like they bathe in their milk, their own milk. You know, they do their own thing at home. So they pour tons of gallons of milk at home, and then they're just like, you know what, this is getting old. I want to feel how someone else does this.
The mic picks up you hitting your hand on the table.
Let me get out there. He's like, says like, I'm gonna get out there. Men only too, which is another
It
thing.
said men only?
Men only. Another thing confuses me.
She's a nice old Christian woman.
Older woman. Always wearing a night robe kind of thing. It looks like in the
Nightie?
picture. Yeah, kind of.
Like an elderly woman.
Never
maybe?
smiling. So this is why I think it's a horror
Is she
movie.
in the pictures?
Yes, every single
Then
one.
who's taking the picture?
It is the beginning of a horror movie.
Mm.
Who the fuck is taking the picture?
Exactly.
Maybe no. Maybe she has it on a timer. I hope.
She's
hope
old. She can't do that.
I hope to God she has it on a timer.
Nah, there's her husband.
This is another one
Her
of the
husband's there, like, hold on.
Now I have 8,999,764 other questions.
It's like an episode of Lost.
Yeah, this is crazy. Okay.
Didn't answer anything.
no.
Added more questions.
Okay. We can move on from that.
I don't know how you move on from that.
Oh man, you talk about side scrollers and platformers.
Oh God.
Is how you do it,
That just sounds like that's off topic now.
dude. This
Okay.
you're off topic.
Well, wrote a couple things down.
Okay. What do you want to talk
I
about first?
start a couple because
Joe, what's a side scroller or a platformer? 2D platformer.
does it have to be 2D? Because
There are such thing as 3D platformers.
there are.
There are.
And I saw some of them, and I questioned whether I thought that was actually a platformer or not.
Are they side scrollers?
No.
They're
Because
not.
side scroller and platformers are technically two different things.
Okay.
Like platformer, you just go on platforms. Like that's the whole.
Okay. So
thing.
like Joust or Donkey Kong or that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like side scrollers are clearly like you scroll to the side as you play.
So there are 3D and 2D side scrollers though. Oh, you got something for us? You got something?
That was my question.
Oh, that was your question.
Because
to the people or me? Because I got an answer.
Both.
Oh, okay.
Because like I looked it up.
Mm-hmm.
Like I looked up more because I was like, oh, I know a bunch of them in my head, but like I'm probably forgetting some.
Yeah.
So I looked it up, and Portal kept coming up as a puzzle platformer.
Interesting.
And yes, it's a puzzle game, but I don't know. I don't know if it's
Maybe-
just that I don't think 3D should be like a platformer.
Mm-hmm.
I think platformer is 2D. In my mind, that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's because that's how I grew up, like playing Mario and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think it is.
Greetings, ATA Miss Adamus.
But it's just like, so I don't know. I don't like, I guess technically I didn't look at to see if like they classified it as a platformer on Steam.
Portal.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think it's classified as like a puzzle game.
It should be. That's all.
Yeah, no,
I think
it
that's-
is. But like I have other like puzzle platformers down.
This is all about today. It's all about platformers and side scrollers. A couple days ago, we talked about what did we talk about?
I don't know.
We talked about a
battle-
lot.
We talked about battle royale games. at
Yeah,
one
we
point.
talked about battle royale games, single player games. We talked about systems and consoles. We're just kind of going down the list of what we want
That
to talk
one
about.
got really off track.
We're arguing with each other because even though we're good
Yeah.
friends,
You want to see him get mad?
Yeah,
Watch the
just-
consoles one.
we get wound up. We try to communicate with you guys, but please, we're the professionals. We know everything.
Yeah, professional. We're filming this on my MacBook.
So yeah, right now it's side scrollers and platformers. Ask us anything. If you want to talk about the sexual tension in the room, go ahead.
Everyone always does for some reason.
We'll address you in order. But yeah, that's about it.
We'll probably
so,
ignore you at some point.
So I think Portal is not like you said.
I think it's just a puzzle game.
it's a 3D puzzle game.
Yeah,
So-
that's how I see it.
I wouldn't even call it a 3D puzzle game. It's just a puzzle game. It's just like
Yeah, like I don't. It's a puzzle game. I don't think it's platformer, but I wrote it down because it kept coming up.
okay.
Like, it came up like multiple different like I worded it differently to try and get different results.
So then, what are the bigger platforming games?
Well, Mario clearly.
Okay,
Like
so you got Mario.
you have Mario World and Galaxy.
Do you consider
and
Super
64.
Smash Brothers a platformer?
No, it's a brawl game.
It's a brawl platformer.
Yeah, but it's a brawl game.
But you
Like,
could call like Soul Calibur a brawl game, right?
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, that's a
But, like,
fighting game.
Yeah, but it's so.
You go up with side scrollers, please.
Brawl
Help us out.
Brawl is like, it's a brawl game. Like, the next one is called Brawl. Like
I know. No, I'm asking.
So like
I'm
that,
asking.
it's not a platformer because the only objective is to fight other people. Like
Mhm.
so. I
So
wouldn't-
so Mario is a platformer, or do you call that a 2D
It's-
side scroller?
It's a platform side scroller. Like they
Okay.
can overlap.
Okay, all
Like,
right.
It's just there's different ones.
So
like
then-
it branches out. So like I have platformer adventure written down because like that's
Yeah, we have Metroid and Super Mario. I've never.
I
Have you
do.
heard of Flashback?
No.
I don't think. What is Flashback?
I didn't
while we're
play
talking.
Flashback. I didn't-
Um,
I heard it, but there's like puzzle platformers, there's side scrollers, clearly, and then there's like, or it's on the app Doodle Jump because
Mhm.
it's a platformer.
Yeah.
It's super dumb. It's super like easy.
SNES game.
Yeah, no, it's fun.
nice. There's a game called Joust that was on. Actually, was it on the Super Nintendo? It was on the Super Nintendo, but it was an arcade game originally,
Mhm.
and it there's so it's pyramiding platforms up.
Mhm.
You're on an ostrich, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's like an ostrich or a flying dodo bird or something,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to kill the other enemies on ostriches, like by bouncing on their head, and then kicking the egg of the ostrich off the edge, or
Okay.
picking it up, and then you basically, as time goes on,
Mhm.
platforms get lavaed off, like lava
Oh,
falls,
okay.
and then
Yeah.
it just they
So
fall
it gets
up.
harder and
Yep,
harder.
exactly. And that was a good game. That's a really good game. I would
Yeah.
consider that a platformer because you don't there's no other levels or
Yeah.
anything, but it's
I feel like a lot of these games are like relatively easy to make,
mhm.
So
Very enjoyable though.
yeah,
Like, which
no.
is it's just
And
crazy.
a lot of people do like a lot of really unique things
Yeah.
with them, but like they're easier to make. So like there's a lot of indie games that are platformers.
What's your
and stuff.
favorite side scroller of olden times?
Of olden times?
Olden times.
Of olden times.
Olden times. That's a
Um,
word, by the way.
I have to
made it
go
up.
with Mario.
Which one?
Just any of them.
Okay.
Because I don't know.
Super Mario Galaxy is platformer, huh? Be more specific, all right, bud? Come on, bud.
No, I'm just saying Mario.
Super Mario 3, 1, 2.
1.
I like 3. That's fine.
I just
Price of what is it? Prince of Persia. Was it really?
yeah, I remember the new Prince of Persia. The new Prince of Persia was cool because you could go backwards on time. It was kind of like Braid.
Well, I just remembered Prince of Persia was acted out by Jake Gyllenhaal in the movie.
Cool.
Well, it was okay. It wasn't a great
It
movie.
was not a good
It was,
movie.
it was okay. It wasn't bad.
It wasn't great.
First plot. What was that on? Was that on SNES too? AT Adamus?
But like
AT
that's
Amos?
if you ever watch the what's it? It's the indie game movie on Netflix.
Amiga 500.
The guy who I'm not gonna say his name because I don't like him. That makes Braid was talking about that game and how that's like how he came up with the let's reverse time in Braid
Mhm.
because like so Braid's an indie game, but it's
That's new, right?
it's a
Newer?
it's not that new
No?
anymore.
Oh.
But like it's you go back in time like when you do things. It's
Yeah.
it's actually it's like a super cool mechanic
Yeah.
because like you go back in time but things don't happen the like same way.
Mhm.
Because like you affect it and then you go back
Yeah.
and then like you do it again. Like that's how you like can get through levels and
Yeah.
stuff. And that's like a super cool mechanic and it's like taking like this easy base game
Yeah.
and adding a little more complexity to it.
Yeah.
That kind of makes it a little more fun. Like
Yeah. There was there's a game called Exit Path, which was just another one of those. What the fuck are they called? It was a side scroller, but it was platforming side scroller, but it was what the hell was it? It was on like Crazy Monkey or Miniclip or AddictedGames.com. Flash game,
yeah.
thank you. And me and my friend would play it, and it's basically you trying to exit out of a prison sort of thing,
Mhm.
and you get sprint and boost, and you can actually play. You can race your friend
yeah.
next to computers. It's land, whatever. Like, and it's pretty set up pretty well. It came out in like 2004. People started like glitching the game so you could hop over shit and everything. It was awesome. It was like
Well-
just it was very simple, but the mechanics were amazing. Like
Yeah.
it made it really fun.
Well, really, it's like popular now. I guess platformer side scroller game
Expensive
is
edition cover. It is. Remember that. Straight up Egyptian right here. It's from the 20th
what are you talking about?
of May in the 16th century. You said the background looks like an expensive Egyptian carpet.
Oh, it's like this like
Yeah, it's real.
it's a tapestry that cost me like $20 on Amazon.
No, it's not.
It's got an elephant on it, so I bought
It's
it.
real.
Yeah, it's real. It's a rug.
Um,
But like
let me just sidetrack you a little bit. Hold on.
Super Meat Boy is like a super popular game now,
Okay.
and it started as a Flash game.
What was it? Super.
Super Meat Boy.
I've never played it.
You're like a thing of meat and you just go through everything
Oh,
and
God.
everything there's like saws and shit. It's like actually hard. Like you go pretty fast.
Yeah.
And like you just like when you die, just like
Just
into blood.
into
Like
meat.
you don't have any skin, and like the whole time you're trying to like save your girlfriend
Don't
that
feel
is
stiff.
that is being captured by like this fetus in like a tank.
Fetus.
Yeah, like a baby fetus in a tank.
Jesus, that is nasty.
It's hilarious.
So you're meat wad.
Yeah, you're meat. You're meat.
You're meat wad.
It's funny.
I don't know what else to say to that.
That's an
2D no, yeah, I think the idea of a 2D side scroller is so easy. Like you said, it's easy to make,
Yeah.
and it's hard to be unique. But people find a way.
I don't think it's okay. So
No, but people are finding a way. Like
Oh, yeah.
to me, side scrollers and platformers don't seem like it's like okay, that makes sense. It's easy, and then
Yeah.
But then when you play it, like what is it, Limbo?
yeah,
Or
Limbo.
there's a game called Ori and the Blind Forest,
Limbo
which is
or Inside.
which is the second one of Limbo.
Yeah.
Which is the same people.
It's darker. Like
Yeah.
you're like going through and there's like bodies like that you're jumping over.
Yeah.
That are like hung by nooses. And
Limbo
stuff.
was like that though. Limbo is
Yeah.
giant
Well, like,
spiders.
those are-
and people
those are,
and get killed, which is crazy because it seems like such a kid game, you know?
Yeah, but those games are like technically like puzzle platformers.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of puzzle platformers are like really deep.
Dark. Yeah.
No, deep. Like they make you feel a certain way.
So deep. Well, those are black and white too.
I know, but like
so.
that's what Limbo's supposed to be like that.
Mhm.
Limbo's supposed to be like
Purgatory.
yeah, but like it's supposed to like kind of make you think about yourself. Like it's supposed to like give you emotional
Give me more.
response.
Give me more. Give me more. Keep going.
No, that's it. I'm done.
No, come on.
What do
You were going down a path that was
But, like,
amazing.
I know, but that's what puzzle platformers are now.
Steam World. This person knows so much more games than we do. I feel dumb because.
Well,
Why are you doing a podcast?
I was just trying to pick like
Get the hell out of here.
ones a lot of people knew.
Yeah, no, it makes sense because then I know it.
Yeah, but it's just things like that.
Generalize it.
But like, I don't know.
SteamWorld
Limbo
Heist.
was supposed to be deep.
SteamWorld High. How old is that game? Was that game on SNES 2 or is it newer? And yeah, I think Limbo. I think you're right with the emotional response. I think that the connection you draw with the kid in that, and then like I was talking about, Ori and the Blind Forest has a story behind it.
Yeah,
Where
exactly.
a lot of games, I think that's where they get the uniqueness. Where a lot of old side scrollers and stuff, it was just kind of like, do this and you get this.
jump and get to the end.
Do this, do this,
Yeah.
do this, and they get that. Now they're coming out with like storylines, but then the gameplay and side-scrolling action to back it up. So like
Yeah.
Limbo could have all this story and be a really shitty game, but it had all this story
And that's what made it better.
and then a really good gameplay to back it up.
Yeah.
So everything was kind of
Yeah.
like you said, your
Second
emotional
saver.
response was triggered by you feel like you have to do this. You have
Mm-hmm.
to get your little guy out of there, your little black guy, little shadow guy out of there.
Yeah.
Inside was a good game too. It was terrifying.
Yeah, but it's
See you later, Adamus.
so another puzzle platformer. It's a goofy one though. It's Box Boy, and like it's just super dumb.
Yeah.
Like you're going through the level and like you have to use these other boxes that are like your friends
Yeah.
to like get through the level. It's funny. It's kind of like it's not, but it's almost like Lemons, like that game
Yeah.
that the
Lemmings.
Lemmings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite games.
They
PlayStation
just-
1 game.
Yeah, and you're just like, oh look, everything's dying.
You spawn a bunch of people to do one thing, and then another guy's to do
and they
another
just
thing.
all follow and
Yeah, exactly.
great.
And sometimes you actually want the lemmings to die. Which
yeah,
is
you want to like
horrible.
fill up the pits.
Yeah,
You can
which
walk
is
across and
horrible.
stuff.
Game is
it's
awful.
great.
It's so bad.
Oh, the game is so much fun, and there's a second one too.
Yeah.
But that, and then another puzzle would be Fez. Everyone hates that guy. What's his name? It was like Ben Fish or something. Something Fish. But it took him like 6 years to make Fez,
Mhm.
and everyone's like super mad about it. The guy's like an emotional wreck. Like he is. He like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's because he's Canadian. Like, but like he like can't take people saying something bad about
I
him
can't
or
do
his
that
game.
either.
No, like he literally like he like lost his mind. He's like, oh, someone said that the art could be better, so I like remade the entire game. Why? Well, like, what do you mean you redid the whole game? Like, it's just dumb. It's like, how about you just make the game for yourself
Mhm.
and be like, this is how I want it to be.
Yeah.
Like, whatever. Make a second one.
Mhm.
It took you fucking 6 years to make the game. The first year he was making the game, he was like almost done.
Oh.
And like they won a bunch of indie awards for it and everything. And then it
Can't
took
do it
him
any-
5
can't do
more
it
years.
anymore.
Took him 5 more years. And then he's like, "Oh, my programmer left." Yeah, because you're impossible.
Hey, man.
Like,
People got problems. You can't.
I know, but it's just
Just
like,
because you wanted to play the original game doesn't mean he's a bad guy.
no, it doesn't. But I'm just saying, like, it took longer than it needed to because he's being overcritical about it. And then, like, I don't know, like, it wasn't a flop, but like, if he released it when he said he was gonna release it, he was gonna release it after like 2.5 years or something.
Mhm.
He would have made a shit ton of money. People would have been like, "Oh, good job! Like you did great." Instead of like everyone that was a fan of it at the beginning being like, "You suck! Finish the fucking game."
Yeah.
Like how's it taking you this long? It's not that complicated.
Mhm.
Like, so I don't know. He shot himself in the foot. But whatever.
What do you want to talk about now?
Oh, I want to talk about like what's unique about the platformer stuff that are coming out now. So I wrote down Broforce because it's fun and it's multiplayer. I
Mhm.
feel like a bunch of people have been adding multiplayer to these things now. So like, yeah, Broforce.
Yeah,
But
that makes
Terraria is another one.
Similar. It's fairly new. I mean,
It's not. Yeah,
It came out after, or maybe after Minecraft, before Minecraft.
I don't know. It's not like that new, but like you can play with friends.
People
so, like,
are still playing it.
Yeah.
That's what matters.
And like
People are-
Broforce is fun because like it's like a goofy side scroller game that you
Mhm.
can play with your friends.
Mhm.
And like it's clearly super stupid, but that's the point.
But it knows it.
and that
it's
like
a game that knows it's
like
supposed to be stupid.
it knows it's supposed to be stupid. It's like
So it just feeds into it, which makes it even
yeah,
better.
that makes it better.
Yeah.
Like they know like, oh, we can't really do that great at art, so we're gonna do the best we can do with pixel art, and like it looks good enough,
Mm-hmm.
and it's funny,
Yeah.
and that's like what matters.
Yeah, no, like I love things that know exactly what they are trying to do and nail it.
Yeah.
For example, everyone hates the movie Napoleon Dynamite.
No, they knew exactly what they were doing.
It knew, like, the producer, the writers, the directors knew that it was meant to be like this dumbed down kind of, like, it seemed like an indie movie,
Yeah.
and they knew it.
Yeah.
And it
Exactly.
was perfect, and
Yeah.
they nailed it, and it was amazing. It was funny, it was dry, it was great.
It was so dumb. Like,
Yeah,
it was great.
and it was wonderful. And it wasn't because they went out, they sought out to make this amazing Hollywood movie and failed. It was, they knew exactly what they were gonna do.
Yeah.
And the same thing with games, when they know they want to do something that's
Yeah.
dumbed
Well, I
down.
feel like a lot of indie companies know what their
Yeah,
they know what their weaknesses are. They know what their strengths are.
yeah,
So they're like, oh, we'll do this, and we're like, let's change this a little bit because we know, like, oh, our art isn't that great.
yeah,
So let's like do this or do that, and it's like some of them are like, oh, our program is really weak, so like we'll put a good story in it, and we'll like add really good art, make it like more dramatic from the art and everything,
Yeah.
and that'll add to it. Like, and they know what they're going for. They're not. A lot of these people don't like overextend to things they just can't do.
and I think that's what a lot of companies nowadays are doing. To go back to your question earlier, what your point earlier, these companies are putting. Sorry if I cut you off, by the way.
No.
They're putting a lot of effort into their strengths.
Yeah.
What they have and what they know they have, instead of just making. So I feel like a lot of people, like Donkey Kong and Mario, were very similar, sort of very similar, and so, but everyone plays them both. But that was
Yeah.
because there was nothing else.
There was.
Nowadays, it's
Yeah.
like you could play this game, which has a completely different, Terraria, which has like the art style is really cool and the gameplay is really cool. Whereas you could play Broforce, which is kind of like funky, stupid, like foolish, and it's like this is great because it gives me
Yeah.
something to play when I'm bored and I want to just feel happy.
And you just want to hear someone just scream the whole time.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that it
Muhammad
gives you more
Ali.
outlets, makes it more accessible to everyone. It's
Yeah.
really cool. That's the idea.
Yeah, no, it's great. Like, I feel like the old side scrollers platformers really gave everyone now somewhere to start.
Yeah.
Like Sonic and
Obviously,
Mario. And,
you gotta have. It was a platform for people to jump off of.
yeah, but like, what you need to think of, like, back then,
Nailed it.
that game was like huge. Like,
Mhm.
oh my god, you added all this to like one game
Yeah.
because like, and they did all of that, and it was 2D because they could fit more with that. Like, and that's what it was. Like, that's why Nintendo did it.
Yeah.
That's why Nintendo was like, oh, well, Mario did good. Let's keep making more of them.
Yeah.
And they didn't really add that much more to the game.
I
Like,
see you got Metroid on there too.
yeah, I did put Metroid.
Yeah, we got to bring Sam in here to talk about Metroid. He's
Metroid,
he's the biggest
Sam.
Metroid fan. I love Metroid. I think it introduced like so many different aspects, like the shooting in that game, the characters.
It's a shoot 'em up platformer.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's
It's
what,
nuts.
That's what the genre is.
There's a game that reminds me of Metroid called R-Type, which is a sides. It's a side. If you put Space Invaders in a 2D side scroller instead of a vertical, a horizontal.
That's what it is.
Yeah, and it's really good. Like you collect different upgrades for your ship, so you can shoot backwards, you shoot forward, shoot like tries, you can shoot spinny things. And that was on PlayStation 1. That was a really good game. And then whenever I played Metroid, I was like, oh, it reminds me of that. And that's why I loved Metroid. And,
Even though that game was made after Metroid.
yeah.
Okay.
No, yeah, that's what it
Just
reminded me of. It reminded me of Metroid, and I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
Yeah. What
Well,
else?
so the platformer adventure games that, I don't know, I feel like some of these kind of steer away from like the actual platformer side scroller or whatever. I wrote down Owlboy,
Mhm.
which is definitely a platformer. Like, you're kind of going platform to platform, and then you're like killing monsters here
Mhm.
and there and stuff. But I wrote Cuphead too.
I don't have to play that either.
So Cuphead it's got like the 60s art style.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it has. It's got the 60s art style,
Okay.
and it's like flat 2D, and you like kill these monsters and stuff, and like a lot of the bosses are puzzles.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to like go through it that way and stuff like that. And it's definitely a platformer, but it's just like, I don't know if it's reaching too far
Mhm.
that it's not a platformer anymore. Like,
Mhm. But then, what would it become after a platform?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's just a further on it's just a new age platformer.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
Because the same. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I understand that. Game. Yeah. It's just
saying.
like,
what do you call it at this point?
Yeah, like
new
there's
age
there's so much more to it. Like there's story to it,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's like all this different art to it that's like pretty good and all that stuff, and like there's puzzles to it. So it like almost hits all of the different categories of like what a platformer would be.
I'm not one to categorize so much so that you like a single game is based on its own. Like I do like categorizing based on its own merits. So Limbo is a good game, not comparing it to anything else.
Yeah.
Mario is a good game, not comparing it to anything else. Like these are good games.
Yeah, well, I feel like a lot of platformers base how good they are off of Mario.
Yeah, they do. But I think a lot of the games, like like I was talking about, Ori and the Blind Forest is a good game on its own merit without comparing it to anything else. It's just a good game. Like if you didn't have any of the other things, it would still be good.
Well, there was that.
But I don't like. Sorry, no, I'm gonna fucking cut you off because I didn't finish my point.
Right.
I don't like categorizing games into, like you were trying to say. What is it then? What is that platform?
Yeah. I know you're saying.
Cute cat, bro. Mr. Amazing.
Mr. Amazing.
3001. It was 3,000.
It's not even born yet.
There was 3,000 other people with the name Mr. Amazing.
Yeah, because that's how that works.
It does. Look, why do you think he put a 1 there? Or Mr. Amazing 3000 was taken.
Yeah.
And that guy was like, oh my god, Mr. Amazing 2,999 was taken.
Okay.
That's how it starts.
I actually forget what my point was now. I was going to say, I don't know if you were there that day.
Totally
at PAX, we saw that game it was kind of like Limbo, but you moved the light source so that it creates like ramps for you to go up.
Mm-hmm.
So like if there's a box, you like put the light right here, so it creates like an angle.
And then you can walk up the light.
You walk
That's
up
cool.
the shadow.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was super cool because we were first looking. I'm like, what's going on? And then like you see it, and you're like, whoa.
That is unique.
Yeah,
that is crazy.
That was super cool. So like you move. I think they were using controller, and like one joystick moves the light, and the other one moves the character.
Yeah,
and it was super cool.
I
don't even remember what it's called though.
There was a game. There was a side-scrolling platformer that was you had to make the game opposite, basically. So you picked up this, or I don't know if it was a button click or you had to pick up an item, but you flipped the game. So say you were black rolling on white. You'd flip the game, and then you were white, like walking on black.
Oh, yeah.
So if there was an obstacle in front of you that you couldn't get past, you flipped it and then jumped it over. But obviously there was more.
Talking about that.
I forget what that game was called.
Yeah, I know what that is too. I forget.
But yeah, like the new games that are coming out now, that sounds ridiculous. I bet that was like thought of in the beginning.
That game was probably like really hard to make too.
Oh fuck yeah!
Because like you have to like.
Or it wasn't hard at all.
I guess you're not gonna understand this, but you have to like raycast the shadow so that you can make it like an object that someone can walk on.
Yeah.
Like that's
at any angle though.
Yeah.
It's like at
like
any
that's
angle,
what it is. So like you can block yourself too. So like you're moving it and doing it, and it's I don't know. But there's like I think almost all these games wrote down are indie games besides like the Nintendo ones.
Mm-hmm.
Because Nintendo's huge with it.
But we were just talking about adventure. Sonic's an adventure platformer, adventure side-scrolling platformer. I mean, they made new ones where it's 3D, but it is technically a side-scrolling platform.
When I was looking up for like more,
rings.
when I was trying to figure out more games, Crash Bandicoot kept coming up.
It is because it is technically, you're not.
I guess sometimes it's a platformer.
There are 2D parts to it. I mean, it's a 3D game, but there are parts where you're just looking at it.
I feel like I struggle to see a 3D game.
Did you see? No, there isn't one coming out. So they did this in Mario, the newest Mario, where you can get Cappy. I forget what it's called. It's on the Switch, Super Mario, or whatever.
Yeah, I don't have a Switch.
Technically they think it is. You know, people will call Crash a platformer just because of some parts.
Yeah, like I don't know. I was looking stuff up and like.
But this is
Crash and Portal kept coming up, and I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, dumb.
3D throws me off.
Yeah,
I don't know if you can call it a platformer.
But this is cool. So in some of the parts in Super Mario, I was watching my friend play it on his Switch. If you go down one of the tubes, you go into a 2D world on a 3D plane. So basically, you're looking at your guy in 2D, but you're going around like a cylinder.
Oh.
Right? Mm-hmm. And then when you get to the top, it turns back into 3D. And I was like, wow, that's really cool. And there's another game coming out just like that.
Yeah.
But it's all it's all cylinders. So it's a puzzle game, but it's a puzzle platform.
Well, that's how Fez kind of is.
Really?
It's flat, and then like you can turn to go around, and like the whole world switches.
Okay, yeah.
And you can keep like, so you're in like a 3D,
Rubik's
2D
Cube.
world.
It's a 2D Rubik's Cube. So you don't consider the new Mario game. I would consider them I would consider parts of the games. You have to put platformers in there because there are parts of it that are platformers, and you're always jumping on that kind of thing. So, like the Mario games have always been distinguished by they're puzzle games. They are puzzle games. To get to a star, you have to, puzzle platformer. It is.
I guess.
That's then you put a comma in adventure and a comma in 3D and then a comma.
Yeah, then you add a couple more things in there.
So what is the difference between platform like 2D? Well, I guess you just put, it's the comma, man. It's the comma. The comma's the difference. So old Mario games were just side-scrolling platformers, 2D side-scrolling platformers.
I feel like Mario kind of just, I don't know. They made it 3D because they could.
It's so good.
And I feel like they didn't need to.
No, it's so good. Super Mario 64 was so good.
Yeah.
But I would consider it now. I mean, if you want to call it platformer, just
it's like what we were talking about earlier, though. Like all these other games are trying to build off the base game, so that's what they're doing with the next Mario.
Maybe
like,
we don't know the difference.
They're building.
Help us out.
Of it.
Help us out, Mr. Amazing 3001. I don't know the difference. Not being a platformer in 3D Mario. No, between 3D Crash not being a platformer and 3D Mario not being a platformer. Fair.
I don't know. Crash.
I'd consider
Crash
them
is just like playing Indiana Jones half the time. Like.
But there are parts of it where you're doing the same thing.
Yeah, you go up. I guess. Yeah.
I think.
But then,
what's cool though.
I feel like Crash kind of goes in and out of it because there's different like levels in Crash.
This is
so
the same thing.
Some of them aren't.
Crash did it first. Crash did it first.
Yeah.
Crash did it first. Crash did it first by manipulating both in the same game, so it's all good. And then I think the new Mario games did a really good job with Cappy and manipulating the game, so both sides of it. So the 2D / I don't know what to call that, 4D. We're gonna call it 4D when you're going in a cylindrical plane, but you're only playing on 2D. When you're on 4D, they manipulated it really well.
It's
so
3.5, but
okay, fuck you. They did it. They made it.
Did I say 3.5?
They manipulated it really well in the game, so it doesn't feel out of place. In Crash, it felt out of place. When you're in Crash, you're going up. You're going like through, forward, or you're seeing yourself from the back, or from the front. And the game was amazing. I love Crash.
It's a 3D game that they shot the camera in a way that almost made it look 2D. So it's technically
that game's a fucking movie.
It's a 2.5.
That game's a movie.
Yeah, but
if you think about it, like you're running, and then like you said, something Indiana Jones happens, where something falls behind you, and the camera fucking pans behind you, and you're running at the camera, and you're like, oh shit! That game was amazing.
Get away from the ball, and then you miss the jump, and you fall in the
game
pit.
Was a movie. I don't see Mario as a movie. That's the difference. That's the difference.
Yeah, because
Mr. Amazing.
In Mario,
Crash is a movie.
In Mario, I don't want you to save Peach. Okay, never finish. I never finished the game. I look up when the last fight thing is, and I get to it, and I go, I won. Okay.
All right, so I have a question. Moving on between this, because Mr. Amazing is going to keep us on this forever, and he's going to show us up in approximately 2 minutes. He's going to show us up in approximately 2 minutes.
Because he's Googling shit.
No, he's probably smarter than us.
There's a chance.
Please,
there's a chance.
Just
put him on our team.
Yeah, right. He's probably actually much smarter than us. What makes platformers, side scrollers still around today? Why are they so popular? Why are they still around? It's a very
stop hitting the table. The mic picks it up.
That's good because then they know. I'm like Alex Jones. Why are they still around? Because there are games nowadays are crazy. Nostalgia. Okay, I'll put that down.
I don't know. I think it just stands up. Like it's still good. Like it
stands true.
It's most of them are single player games that are like those games that you can play when you're like, let's take a break for a little bit. And I feel like that's actually kind of what keeps them there. Because we could play League for 3 hours, and then be like, wow, I kind of want to kill myself right now, so let's just play something else. So we'll play Broforce, and then you're just like, that's the whole thing. So I don't know. I think it's a good relaxing game almost. They're not all relaxing.
Depending. There's a game called I Want to Be the Boshi, which is, it's like, have you ever played the World's Hardest Game?
Yes.
It's like the World's Hardest Game on crack. But
okay,
it's
cool.
not a box. It's not you're not a box. You're a guy, and it looks like Mario, but it literally is the world's hardest game.
Yeah.
The game is set out to beat you, and it's extremely difficult. It tries to make you
Well, there's
piss you off.
I just had the name in my head. I don't remember the name. But it's a super troll game that, like, everything that you've learned from playing any other side scroller.
Yeah.
Like, oh, grab all the coins. Nope, you grab the coins, you take damage.
That's why I want to be the Bashi.
Oh,
I bet it. Yeah, I bet it is. Like
Maybe it is.
you jump over to the platform and spikes. Goodbye. Like
you wanted
it's
jump
not
on all
everything,
the bad
because
things.
sometimes there are coins that are good.
No, maybe
but
it's
most
not.
of the time it is.
There's a game that literally everything's the opposite.
Yeah.
So, like, you want to jump on the spikes. You want the things to hit you because they boost your speed and stuff like that.
Okay.
And then it's like, oh, look, a coin. Nope, damage. Or it's like a box blows you up.
Yeah. I think that part of it is the accessibility of the games. They're not hard to learn.
Yeah.
Very easy.
They're pretty
I
intuitive.
mean, honestly, less than 6 buttons used in most games, right?
Yeah.
Anyone
Half the
can learn
time,
them.
it's you use the arrow key
Yeah.
in space.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's it. And sometimes you just walk by
and
yourself.
still, even with that, very fun to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, like absurdly fun to play.
For no reason.
Yeah, foolishly fun. I think part of it is every system, every console, every device has access to a somewhat of a side-scrolling game. Whether it be,
and it's
Game Boy or...
And it's easy for your PC to handle it.
Yeah.
So, like, you could play it on a Mac or, like, on a super shitty computer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you could still play these games.
Yeah. And it's wonderful.
Yeah.
Mac.
And like I said, some of them have good story. Like,
Amazing story.
Owlboy, I didn't play through
You
it.
gotta play Ori, dude. Ori and the Blind Forest has one of the best stories. It's
Yeah.
like rated one of the top platforming games
Yeah.
of all time. I think there was a second one made too. But yeah, I think the accessibility and the like to play it, so everyone can play it. It's not somebody that like I asked when I was a kid, I
It
asked my
depends on the game.
no, you asked your mom to play this game. My mom was good at Mario, like really good at
my
Mario.
mom's not gonna be good at Super Meat Boy. I'm not that good at it.
But you can teach her.
It's hard.
It's not one of those. I don't think it's one of those games that it would be hard to teach. Like if you try to teach your parents how to play, like Skyrim or The Witcher or a battle royale game,
Okay.
there are aspects to that game that
Yeah,
are
but like
way too
Super
difficult.
Meat Boy, you have to like go on the side. Like you have to like do like Assassin's Creed shit and like go up to climb up walls sometimes and stuff.
I just think the idea of a side-scrolling or platform game is people know
they're
go
just
up,
inherently
go
easier.
up,
Yeah.
go up, or go to the
Or,
side.
like doodle
get-
jumps like that.
Yeah,
Just
go up, go. Yeah, that's a good one. Or do this, and you are already winning. Like,
Yeah.
very instant gratification. If you go up one level, oh shit, what? Oh fuck,
Yeah.
what up? You know,
It's
but
not too much to
no,
them.
it's not like you have many different things going on, which doesn't take away from the game. I'm not saying that makes it a worse game. I'm saying that it's just a different,
I guess they could still be popular because of Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how many Mario games are there?
No, yeah.
Like, literally just that. Just think of how many Mario games there are.
That's a
Even the ones that aren't,
good
like,
argument. Yeah.
even the ones that aren't, like, platformers, like, even, like, Mario Party and stuff. Like, there's all of those. Nintendo, like, keeps their characters for other games.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, the racing games and stuff and everything like that, like, you can play the characters from their other games.
Oh, that's
And
good.
It's just that alone could have kept platformers, like, into the game scene.
Still in the game scene.
What?
Still in the game scene.
No, that's.
Oh, that's what you're
I'm saying. Like that.
I'm sorry.
Like Nintendo
Yeah,
themselves.
that was
could
your
have kept
that was
it.
your point.
Yes.
Like that's an argument or a point to make. That
Yes.
could have been the. Okay, I'm sorry.
Mario could have single-handedly.
Wow.
Nintendo could have single-handedly kept it here.
Yeah, it was probably Mario. It was probably Nintendo.
Because Nintendo just makes
Quality.
They do make quality games. So they make like family.
Yeah.
Like.
Accessible to everyone, feasibly to play. They're
Yeah,
they're
like that's
easy.
what they do. They make games
And
for
cheap.
everyone.
I think a lot of them are pretty cheap too. I'm not
don't
sure.
know.
I don't mean like cheaply made. I just mean like they're pretty cheap. They're not like $40-$50 games.
Yeah.
I mean, these are easy games. There's just so like I think accessible is the way to put it. Like I keep saying that word, but it's easy to buy, easy to play, easy to pick up.
But they're like good for people of like all ages. Like
Mhm.
that sounds super like cheesy,
No, it's
but
true.
like that's what it is. Like if you get a Wii, which I don't know if people still buy Wiis, but like you do Wii bowling.
Yeah.
My mom likes Wii bowling.
Yeah.
Like, and then like my niece who's like 6 likes Wii bowling,
Mm-hmm.
and then I like Wii bowling.
Yeah.
So like you just hit all the audiences.
Yeah.
Like, why don't you want to go Wii bowling?
Yeah, my parents beat Mario, all 99 levels of Mario before I beat like 8. They would be like, "Can I have your Game Boy?" And I'd be like, "Fuck me." I was like 6. And they were like, "Can I have your Game Boy?" I was like, "Really?
Really?
It's mine. You bought this for me."
Yeah, but they bought it, so it's theirs.
They didn't. Yeah, technically. They took me into. They put me in this world. You got anything else?
Not really. I just like that Nintendo makes a lot of these games.
You've said that before.
I need to get a Switch.
Come up with something new.
I need to get a
Say
Switch.
something new.
I need to get a Switch.
We could talk about anything.
Yeah, like what? Like how your interview went?
We already talked about that.
Did we?
Yes.
On here, or did we just talk about it?
No, we talked about it, and I don't want to talk too much about it. I told my future employer about it.
Potential.
Future potential employer about it.
Yes. Potential future employer.
Really? I've heard great things about the Switch. You
Me
must
too.
not. You must not have Skyrim.
Maybe you're playing it wrong.
Yeah. What do you have it upside down? That's how everything's upside down. What happened, Nintendo?
I don't know. Like, I kind of want to switch. There was that game at PAX I want to play. The block game. They fight each other and stuff.
That game was fun.
That game was super fun.
On Xbox controllers. And then like, yeah, we're coming out on the Switch.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Then like, yeah, we're coming on the Switch. I'm like, can you release it on Steam, please?
yeah, no. There was games at PAX East that were being played on controllers.
Like,
Xbox.
they were
PS,
playing on a
PlayStation.
controller on a computer.
Yeah.
Like, they were just running their Unity builds on the computers and like connecting Xbox controllers. And they're like, here, we're gonna put this on Switch, but I'm playing on Xbox controller right now. Like, why wouldn't you at least give me a Nintendo controller? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Why didn't you like Odyssey? I didn't like Odyssey because I think it's drifting too far away from Mario. I don't know. It doesn't feel
Yeah,
like.
I don't know. I like the whistles, so like I go back to the old ones every once in a while.
I'm a biased bitch. A biased basic
When
bitch when it
I
comes to
had-
Super Mario 64.
When
And
I
that's
had
not
a
even the original
Wii,
one.
when I had my Wii, I got like the old school controller that you could plug into it, and I bought all of the Mario games off of the like store, like the old Mario games.
Yeah.
And that was it. I just played the old ones. I like the old ones. Like, there's like a complicated simpleness to it. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
This
but
is
like,
just going into Mario. I mean, it's fine with me.
yeah.
Mario Kart was.
I wear a Mario shirt today
Mario
because then you were talking about platformers.
Mario Kart was probably one of the best
Oh,
games.
no, the best one was the Duos one. So you could be Donkey Kong and then like the baby Donkey Kong, whatever his name was.
Yeah, Cappy is I didn't really like Cappy. I mean, I don't. It's Cappy turns you into Kirby. It's too much like Kirby. You just do you know do you know what Cappy is?
No.
You wear a hat and you can actually take the powers, the form, the abilities of something in the game, like something else in the game to help you further. Like you need to use it, and I understand that. But
Oh no, I saw
But
a
it's
meme
like-
about that on Reddit.
but it's like that's Kirby. You're turning into
Yeah.
Kirby. Kirby swallows you whole and takes your powers. That's bullshit. I think it's a rip. I think they made Kirby anyway, but still, it's a fucking rip off.
It's a ripoff. They made it, but it's theirs. But it's fine.
I don't know. I agree with that. I still think it has. I mean, it's Mario. It's still Mario, but it's too far away from OG Mario. Maybe that's where we're moving. We're moving into games that are trying to be Kirby, that are trying to they're trying to swallow something that isn't part of their game and make it their own. That's not.
Well, Nintendo makes all their own games, so.
No, but I mean, when
So
you
they
try
can
to
do what they
combine two things that don't work,
Yeah, I guess. But I also feel like a lot of that
and I'm biased,
causes
That's
people
my opinion.
to like the older games better.
Yeah.
So like, there isn't one around us, but I've seen online
Aren't they
and
moons?
stuff.
Aren't they moons? They're not stars, right? I thought it was moons now.
I've seen online a lot. Like, there's like old school arcades popping up. Like people have just been like opening them and like stuff like that.
Fuck yeah.
I want to go to one.
You haven't been to one?
There's one like near us. It's like a bar, right?
There's one in Boston called A4 Arcade. Oh, we
Yeah.
just told the good people where we're from. Moons, yeah.
Who cares?
No, yeah. What is it? My when I was on that trip, we tried to go to in the big cities, Indianapolis, Chicago. There are, like you said, there are arcades. All the old games.
Yeah,
And
they
all
don't
you-
have new games.
and
They have
all-
the old ones.
And all you got to do is buy something at the bar. You don't even have to buy something alcoholic. You just buy something at the
Oh,
bar.
really?
Yeah, everything's free. They
That's
make enough
cool.
money doing that.
Yeah.
and it's
Well, like that's I don't know. I feel like that's like a big thing. Like a lot of indie companies are like making like retro games.
Yeah.
Like they're making pixel games. One, it's less art, like technically like less technical art.
but you do that,
so that
something has to be good. Something has to be
Oh
unique.
no,
Yeah.
things are good, but
Yeah.
it's just like they do that so that it's like it
Don't
feels
fucking worry
older.
about it, ATA. All
It's in the
right.
background behind.
Don't fucking worry about Mr. Amazing.
Why does everyone say that?
Why is your name Mr. Amazing? Huh?
Yeah. How are you actually
Huh?
that amazing?
Don't
How
ask
do we
questions
know?
you don't want to know the answer to, bud. All
It's
right,
a
bud.
tapestry with an elephant on it.
This guy,
This fucking
this
guy.
girl, guy, whatever.
person?
This it. It could be a lizard. Not just,
A lizard person.
did grandma have an extra bed sheet laying around? It's actually a tapestry. Nice try.
Did no. My grandma's dead. That was really insensitive.
Is your grandmother dead?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Both of them. I'm hurt now. I'm not really hurt. It's okay.
He's just like, I'm sorry.
Maybe next show we'll go to the couch where there's another one.
Yeah, right. Oh man. Yeah.
No, but those arcades are a good idea. I've seen a bunch of like just like work they have in Korea, like the gaming coffee shops popping up in big cities and
Yeah.
stuff. And I think that's kind of cool too, but like I don't know, like I want to play the old games. Like I feel like it'd be cool to like go to a brewery or a bar and just like
Yeah, like
sit there and
don't
play
get me wrong.
like the original Pac-Man.
Don't get
or
me wrong.
something.
I love arcades and like Dave and Buster's and stuff. That's fun. I mean, and sometimes they do have older games, but the ones that supposed to be ironic. I like it.
That makes sense.
It's amazing. But the old, there's something. I mean, it's nostalgia. It's
We're not even that old.
it's like rooted. It's
Yeah.
like rooted in us. When you play that game, you're like, oh shit, this is like from the original. I'm
Yeah.
playing like one of the OG, and you feel empowered to play newer games and do better at those. Like if I know how to play this, I'll play this better. You don't,
Yeah.
but
No, I know what you're saying, but it's like have an Atari. It's not like the original Atari.
Yep.
Because I didn't have that much money. But it's like the Atari that I got like at BJ's and it has all of the games built into it.
Mhm.
And it's super fun. I just sit there and play Space Invaders. But like it has all of those games built into it and they're all like kind of like remade a little bit, so like the bugs are gone and stuff because you don't have the memory problems anymore.
Yeah.
Like the old Pac-Man, you get to level 255
and then the screen would just start.
and then you start over when you beat it.
If you beat okay, so if you what is it? Is it Pac-Man or Snake? When you started to get to
You
extremely,
get the half blue screen. It's Snake.
you'd get. Is it Snake?
It's Snake. In Pac-Man, it literally starts over because that's the memory in it can only go to a certain number, and once you pass 255,
I don't
it
think the old-
resets.
I don't think the old
it
games-
overloads it.
Yeah, but I don't think the old arcade, like the
No,
actual,
that's what it was.
don't think
It
it would
only does
reset.
that in that one.
I don't think it would reset. I
It
think
does.
it would. I think it would like half this, or over time, like more of the screen.
It's
would just
because
become
it crashes the
unplayable.
game.
I don't think
So
it resets it though.
it
I think it
does.
makes it unplayable.
It resets it.
I don't think so. No.
Snake goes to the blue screen, and you like keep playing in that, and it's like all fucked up.
How long is it gonna take for Atari to come out with that?
Maybe another console, another console like Atari, or another console that has like all of the games in it.
Probably all the games, which is a big thing.
I
That's
want a
what-
Nintendo one that has all the games.
Which one? 64, Super Nintendo.
Just an older one, I guess. 64.
Super Nintendo's the original
Yeah,
of those two anyway. I'd go with Super Nintendo, the block ones.
Yeah.
I didn't have a Super Nintendo. I think my dad did,
GameCube.
but I had a Nintendo 64 with the oval bullshit. And 64 was definitely
My
really
friend had a Nintendo 64 Pikachu edition.
nice.
You press its little cheek to turn on.
Yeah. They came out with speaking of Pokemon, there was a Pokemon Coliseum, which was like Pokemon, and they tried to upgrade Pokemon. They didn't. I think it was all right. It was like a 3D Pokemon game. 3D
Was it like
where you go up each rank, you take on just people with different Pokemon, stronger and stronger, and I don't know if it's each Coliseum or the way you go up is you beat each person, then you make your way to the top of the
so you like
Coliseum.
get the badges and
I
work your way
don't
up?
even know if it's badges anymore.
No.
It was like Pokemon Coliseum. They made 2 games, so obviously they made NES. Nice. That's gonna be exciting.
Oh, that'd be great.
I'm fresh out.
You're fresh out of platformer
I'm
stuff.
fresh out. Do you have anything? What about life? You got anything to talk about life? Mr. Amazing, do you have anything about life? Sorry to cut you off about the mess. Do you want to vent anything?
I don't know. I need to like start collecting the old consoles though.
Okay.
And then getting games
Why?
for them.
Why?
Because I like all those old games and I want to play them.
Mm-hmm.
I need to find a TV that I can connect the 3 wires to. I forget what they're called.
Just cable.
Yeah, but like my TVs only have HDMI ports.
They're just like video port. Oh, what the fuck are those called?
Yeah, it's the
auxiliary ports.
The audio, video. Whatever.
They might just be called auxiliary ports. I mean, you get an aux cord, but the auxiliary ports.
It's the white, red, and yellow. That's all that matters.
Do you remember which one is? If I can do it, you can do it. Yeah, right. Exactly.
YouTube channel about what? This? I put these on YouTube.
Yeah.
They're not good. I literally don't edit them at all. I just throw them up. I think 2 people have watched any of them.
Yeah, why not, dude? Make a YouTube channel, make money, everyone's happy.
Yeah, it's that easy. We're doing this. This is more for us. Like,
yeah, I have a good time arguing with you.
As much as I'd like people to watch and like, oh, yay, now we're popular.
I think I'd like,
but like, I don't care.
I enjoy this with like a few people because we are getting feedback and we are learning something. Like I'm learning a lot more from Mr. Amazing than I would
if I had like 3,000 people just like ha ha ha.
Because I'd have to like look at it and be like, oh, I see that one, and then I'd read it and it'd be like fuck you, and I'd be like, oh, that doesn't help me at all. Logang or the Polar, I have no idea what that means. No. Do you have any? You have no idea.
I don't know what it is, so I'm saying no.
Is that a bad thing? Are we bad? Oh, I know what he's talking about.
I have no idea.
It's Logan Paul.
Oh no, who cares?
I don't watch Logan Paul. I used to watch. You want to talk about YouTube for a second?
Didn't he get kicked off YouTube?
I have no idea.
I think he did.
Good for him. If you can make it on YouTube and then get kicked off, that's the first.
He got kicked off because they went somewhere.
That's the first YouTube celebrity. That's pretty good.
They went to like the suicide forest or something, and they saw a dead body, and they were laughing about it or something.
That's pretty good.
And people got all butthurt about it.
No, I'm saying it's pretty good that you can get kicked off. Be so popular.
You're so popular that there's that many people that are offended that
that you're so popular that they have to ban you so nobody else can see anything. You're reaching out.
That's an accomplishment.
It's so bad. Like that is horrible. I used to be. I'm part of the C Nanners Hutch edition of YouTube back in the day when.
What?
That was YouTube when it first came out. That was the original gameplay commentary.
Oh.
When those other people.
No, he's still on YouTube.
Yeah.
I thought I read something that like he got kicked off or something, or like because of that video, and everyone was like mad about it. It's like, get over your life. Like, who cares?
Congrats for that.
He posted a video. You didn't like it. Boo hoo.
Brings tears to my eyes. Hey man, you just keep putting videos up and you'll be fine. I think that's like that.
I just want to be
found an outlet.
I want to be like Harley from Epic Mealtime. All he does now is he streams every once in a while.
Appears in movies too.
Yeah, he's in movies. He was the dean in Video Game High School. Harley's just great. He's my idol. But they made a TV show, and Epic Mealtime went straight downhill. It was better when it was on YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube.
Because when they made a TV show, they couldn't like
swear or anything on it either.
Well, they couldn't like swear. They were drunk in every episode.
They probably couldn't put alcohol in much of the stuff on.
Well,
on
they
TV.
could, but they'd like take the labels off and like all this. Like they were hammered in all of those videos.
Well, you know what they were using.
Yeah.
Put some Jack Daniels on that.
So like, oh look, bacon and Jack Daniels. Yeah. Like that was their thing. Like, but when they had the show, they couldn't do any of that. They'd like actually make things themselves. Like the fast food lasagna was my favorite episode. It's just like a heart attack waiting to happen. Like he got an entire like large drink of Big Mac.
The guy with the sunglasses that would always take like the first bite.
Yeah.
He wouldn't talk, just take the first bite. I think that, and I'm gonna go way off topic here and say something more about just celebrities in general. If you can gain popularity through an outlet of whatever, it doesn't matter. YouTube, TV show, makeup, reality TV, I don't care. Regardless, if I don't like you, I don't care. That's my opinion.
Like Fred, fucking hate Fred.
Fred, the
goddamn chipmunk.
Kardashians, doesn't matter. Whatever. If you can gain popularity and keep that popularity going for however many years, like if you gain it and then lose it, you did well, but you couldn't keep up with the times. If you gain it, keep it, and just fucking sail, fucking good for you. You obviously did.
Tiger Woods.
Exactly. You're doing something right.
Lost everything, kept going.
So I can't. I mean, I don't think I like Logan Paul. I haven't watched a single one of his videos. I guess I won't say I don't like him. But good for him for fucking staying afloat. Like,
Yeah.
for doing his thing. Dude, fucking you do you, man. If it's not quality content that he's producing, well, then why 17 million of the people watching?
Why do people watch Fred?
Yeah,
He was a fucking joke.
I watch Fred.
God,
You know Fred.
You're the worst.
You know Fred.
What do you mean?
You know who he is. Therefore, he fucking nailed you. He got you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
I guess it doesn't matter. Haters make you famous.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not a hater. I'm not a hater of anybody except Hashinshin.
I don't know who that is.
He's the most toxic top laner in all of League of Legends.
No, who cares? League's just toxic in general.
No, he's really bad. I don't
You
know.
like Night Blue? Night Blue's pretty toxic.
No, Nightblue quit League
Oh, because he's
and
too toxic?
then came back a week later. He's like, I have to take a break from League.
I take a break.
Yeah.
I'll be back tomorrow.
I got nothing else, man.
Yeah,
We kind of went away over.
Yeah, we did.
Do
Yeah.
you have anything about life you want to talk about?
No.
No, nothing.
No.
No birthdays you want to mention or anything like that? Don't mention mine, please, for the love of God.
Wait, your birthday's coming up.
Your
Good
dad's
idea.
your dad's birthday's coming up too.
Yeah, but he's not on the show. You're on the show.
I'm on the show.
Your birthday, Cinco de Mayo.
All right, we're done.
Yeah, we're done.
All right,
We don't need to talk about
that was we connected way too many dots today.
I feel like we get rid of more dots than we connect usually, or we just throwing dots at a wall.
If you connected the amount of brain cells we connect in each episode, we lose dots. We lose brain cells in each episode. We can't even connect those dots anymore. Those dots are so far
they're
apart.
so far
Yeah.
so far gone that you can't do anymore.
We make people dumber by watching our episode.
Probably.
But that's okay.
I'm good with that.
You know what I'm okay with? We feel smarter, and that's what matters.
Yes.
I feel extremely
As
smart.
long as I feel better about myself,
That's all that matters.
all that matters.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
Fuck the people. The good people. Fuck the good people.
Yeah, the bad people, you guys are good. You're good in my mind, so fuck the good people.
We love you all. I'm Dustin.
And I'm Joe.
Goodbye.
I'm not sure if I even hit stop. Oh, no I didn't.